Welcome back everyone to Lore of the Pine, where today I've been asked to gather some wood so that we will be able to help to repair some bridges. And I think that is a rather strange way to be gathering wood, but alright. These aren't even horns, so these trees don't move or anything like that. They don't attack, they just sit there as we blast them with fireballs and lightning and all sorts of things like that. And our bird, rather than nesting in it, has decided just to attack it. Well, don't ask me. I'm just here to do a job. That's not exactly what I'll call precision cuts, but I'm not a forester, so what did you expect?
Excellent! You brought back some fine pieces of wood.
I can take it from here and have the planks made. Thank you for your help. You're welcome. Now what about this corruption that they were talking about? The only route I can think of to get to the corruption takes me right by Leantrip. So let's go by Leantrip first. Maybe they'll have something for me, and I do have that quest to speak with somebody over here. I think it's somewhere around. Oh, well, I see the Hobbit houses. That should give me a good idea on them, but they seem to be having a trouble with Kreban here. Hello?
Hello there.
Hello. Now I have a stable to all 3 Hobbit villages. Where shall we find them? Here we are. Helith Bach.
Something stirs in the shadows of the vales.
Oh, hello there. I am Helith. Have you been down to the river? I was there earlier today, but the scariest big folk I have ever seen came thundering down the road. I drove for the bushes and then rushed back here as quickly as I could. Alas, I forgot to hide my tracks. If you go down to the river, will you scuff out the footprints if you see them there? Mayor Dringarth insists that we leave no trace of ourselves where big scary folk can be seen, but I am too affrighted to go back there myself. Alright, we're hell at the tread. Oh boy. The puns are running high today. Now, where are we going here? Here we have Iago Rude.
Hello.
Hello there, I am Iago Rudd's my name. Did you know that to the east we have some very unsavory neighbors? Yes, behind their walls, terrible orc-looking creatures have built deadly weapons, capable of throwing stones for miles. Well, maybe not miles, but very, very far, and with good accuracy too. I have seen them practicing their aim on travelers on the road below. Really? That's not nice. Yes, that's right. Now, I happened to get a look at one of those machines up close. Do not ask me how. It is a long tale. In any case, there is a flaw in their construction, and they are too much of a fool to realize it. A single pin, when removed, can render the entire contraption useless. I will pay you if you will sneak into their town and steal away these pins. Bring them back to me, and I will forge arrowheads with them to be used to defend Leantrip. I'll wait on that one since it's a level 14 quest. I think I could give others priority on that. Now, there's somebody behind this hedge, if I can get up here properly. The mayor.
Aye.
Oh, hello. My name is Erles Dringarth, mayor of Leantrip. Well, yes, we are but a small village. Even so, I take my duties very seriously, and there is some serious danger that's afoot. From the watchtower, I can see out for miles and miles. To the east, a fearsome foe has dug into the cliffs, building fortresses and huge spiked walls. Of late, the air has been filled with smoke in that direction. Their bonfires are so many that I fear for our little village. I don't wish to alarm my neighbors, but perhaps you could do something about this? They're all very nearly at our doorsteps. Right, fine. Defeat Urukai warriors, archers, and captains. I suspect these are the same ones who have those engines we were talking about earlier. That would be my guess. Ah, here's someone who might know something.
Uruks and goblins! You cannot be serious!
The Stormvales are peaceful, and the quiet is only occasionally disturbed by the howling of wolves and carrying on of our neighbors in Glen Helig, of which I assure you we do not approve. But you did not hear that from me. No, 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 no. We're like one big happy family in the Stormvales, and all three villages get along quite famously. But if I was pressed to put the villages in a sort of order, I would place Leantrib at the top, followed by Clegger, and it would be Glen Hillig who would be brought up the rear. Still, I would not wish goblins or uruks upon any of my fellow stores. Oh, not really. Let me see here. So, she doesn't know a thing about uruks in the area, but I have the mayor sending me out to kill uruks. Obviously, she's not keeping her ear to the ground close enough as it is. And I need to speak with Mama Doctor, oh yes, the mayor of Clegger. What does she need me to do?
Will there ever be an end to these troubles?
There are a lot of shrews in my orchard just north of here, and I'm afraid that the little pests will eat all my apples. Do you think that you could shoo them away? I'd really appreciate it. Everyone else is giving me quests to kill uruks, and she's asking me to shoo away. I got a lot of quests. Wait, are all those quest rings from shrews in her orchard? I can't understand how we can have so many. Yeah, alright. It's apple-loving shrew. I suppose that would be the case. Hey, I would think that my traveling with an eagle would make them run away very quickly. I would think that eagles would find shrews to be quite tasty. The shrews are gone, but only for now. Yeah, I personally think that the eagle would be a perfect control for them.
Three Helvar has abandoned us.
Thank you for your efforts, but those shrews are sure to be back. They just love my apples so very much. Ooh, I have an idea. Perhaps an offering apiece will show the shrews that I'm a friend, and friends don't sneak into a friend's orchard and nibble bites out of their livelihood. I have filled up a basket with apples. Bring it up to the orchard, but keep walking north. There is a slopeful hill to the north of the orchard, and if you set the basket down near the bottom of the hill, perhaps it will attract the shrews and keep them satisfied. It's worth a try, isn't it? Okay, I guess. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Oh, well, I could take a wrong turn and break my ankles. That's what could go wrong. Well, let's head out this way. Good. My eagle didn't get lost on the rock. I mean, my eagle that can fly isn't having trouble walking on the rock or anything like that. Oh, okay. This looks like... well, that looks like a wolf. Well, I don't want a wolf messing this all up. There you go. Here, let's put the basket right over here. Oh, yeah. They love those apples. I must say that those shrews were quite hungry.
Will there ever be an end to these troubles?
Oh, you did it? Oh, you did it! Oh, do you think that this was their plan all along? That's very shrewd of them, Pinelore. Now they have plenty of apples, or they don't even need to steal them, right? I suppose I can't be too grumpy about it. There's no denying that my apple trees are the finest in all the store vales. Even the shrews think so. Oh, you did a good work today, and I thank you for it. And I know that the shrews do as well. All right, well, of course that's one of the lower level quests in this area. What do I expect? Just laying down some apples for some shrews. Oh, what does this hobbit have for us?
Oh, hello. You're new here, aren't you?
Oh, you have that adventuring air about you, and folks like yourself always seem to be looking for jobs to do some extra coin, right? Well, I have a coin and job both, if you're willing. The gardens are plagued with bothersome crow-like birds. They're very odd-looking, they eat all the seed, and they peck at your toes if you try to shoo them away. Do any of these pests do away with those pests, but bring me their wings. I wish to state them in detail. You want Kriban wings. Okay. Well, I must admit it's not the first time someone's asked me to collect things from Kriban. I mean, after all, we had that quest where I hope he doesn't try to make a pillow out of these. We already know that that doesn't work out very well. And that the many uses of the Kriban feathers turn out to be 0. Well, at least according to a certain guard's wife. There you go. In fact, if I could find anything useful to do with these, maybe it could be that one of these store hobbits know exactly what to do with these feathers. Well, if it's using for kindling, then obviously it's not going to help the situation with the guard all that much. There you go. Good. And yeah, these things are all over the place. Everywhere. 7. That is not a Kriban. Oh, but that's a yeah, that's a Kriban. All right, and that is number 8. Now let's see what Auden has. Here are the wings you requested.
You return. Most excellent.
The farmers will be glad you have helped us in their fields, and everyone's toes will be safer now.
Having you help me went so well that I've decided to let you help me once more.
Yeah, of course, for a fee again. Yes, this morning I managed to lose my favorite handkerchief. It, was taken away by the wind and landed somewhere northwest of Leantrev. If you find it, bring it to me, will you? You're missing hanky. It just flew away. Well, we must have had a strong wind. I decided to check out the 2 western quests before going any further. And the tricky thing here is finding the road. Instead I found a warg, it looks like. I presume that there is a road going north. At least my map shows. Oh, actually, it looks like I am on the road. Alright. I found it completely by accident. Now, can I find the hanky? I think it's supposed to be somewhere around here if I read the... Oh. Here we go. One missing handkerchief. A blue handkerchief. Alright. This handkerchief is surprisingly heavy. There's a rock tied to... Hold on. Let me see. His handkerchief was carried off by the wind, even though there was a rock tied to it. Now we're getting into the outright weird. Alright, now I think this is the way we need to go because I'm looking for a bridge, and if this is the road, I guess we'll know whether or not it's the road because they usually build bridges at roads and paths and places like that so that people going along the paths and roads will be able to cross when they hit a stream. And there is a stream right over here. I lost the road. Oh, do I have to fill in a missing road report or something? Actually, this looks like the road right over here. So it wasn't too far away, but I would have thought I would have seen a very, very obvious bridge around here somewhere. Well, here's a really obvious road. The Old South Road. Which is right across the stream. But where's the bridge? Ah, there's a bridge way down over here. This is then not the usual place for the crossing. But now I need to find some Hobbit footprints around here somewhere so that we can remove them. Well, if I can't find them, then maybe the big folk won't be able to find them either, right? Was she on the other side of the river? There's only one way to find out. Swim across. Hold on. Muddy footprints. Alright, let's hide these. I don't know how they could use these footprints to find the village, considering that there's a river between the prince and the river. But, oh well. I guess I might as well be thorough. There you go. Well, I hope that makes her happy. I've dealt with the footprints.
I am afeard of the days to come.
Oh, marvelous! I would not have slept a wink had I thought those nasty big folk from up the road who would have found us. Why, I've had such an upset tummy that I haven't eaten in at least an hour. Ooh, that is quite upset. So we've dealt with that. So I think that the big folk she's speaking of are the Uruks. That is starting to think. I don't know why I wasn't thinking the Uruks were involved with this when I was hearing the quest before, because I was thinking, was she talking about the Black Riders? Was she talking about something else? No, of course not. She was talking about the Uruks that are east of that point.
You found it! Oh, how very odd.
Someone has tied a bunch of strings to my handkerchief and weighed it down with a rock. I suppose that was enough to keep the wind from carrying it away, but it will still be too heavy to float. Oh, yes, yeah. Oh, who could have done this to my handkerchief, I wonder, right? Why are you winking to me?
Have you been to the edge of the nearby cliffs yet?
If you haven't been to the cliffs yet, you have gotta take in the view. If you like, I'll meet you over there and show you the best lookout spot. Uh, uh, what's going on? I must admit that this is quite a view, and I see quite a number of buildings out and around. So the question is, how many of these buildings are actually intact and currently in use? And how many of them are in ruins?
Come, come, look over yonder.
Is it not marvelous? On a clear day, you could see all the way to Tharbad. Right. Well, maybe not, but is it not still a wonder? Go on ahead and take a look. Alright, I'll find a good spot to look over the store veils. It is a glorious view, isn't it? Well, maybe not quite the Tharbad.
Impressive, no?
Anyhow, you may be wondering why I asked you for the bird wings and why there is a rock tied to my favorite handkerchief. Well, you see... Yes? I am going to be the first hobbit to fly like a bird! I have been experimenting and studying things that fly. Birds, handkerchiefs that aren't weighed down by rocks, those sort of things. My experiments have not quite garnered the results that I was hoping for, but I have a new plan that I'm sure will work. Here is where you come in. I need you to gather some materials for me. If I go about doing this myself, there will be no end of questions and interruptions. I need the straightest branch that you can find, a rope, and the purple canvas that's hanging on one of the houses at the base of the southern cliffs. We are going to build a larger kite than anyone has ever seen before, and then I'm going to leap from the edge like an eagle and soar over the store veils. You just wait and see. You're not going to soar like an eagle. My friend here might soar like an eagle, but I don't think you will. But, you sure? Alright. I think the local hobbits are quite happy that my eagle has taken to eating the crabine instead of their chickens. Aha, a spool of rope. Good. And that's one item now. I still need a branch and fabric. When he said that the fabric was at the base of the cliff, I was expecting it to be way down, but instead the cliff is way up. Alright, that takes care of the fabric, and that just leaves the stick. And no, I am not going to give him my staff. Oh look, a fallen tree branch. This should be perfect. Assuming I don't get eaten by a wolf as I try to grab it or anything like that. One more level before they start counting for my deed, isn't it? Alright, that looks nice and straight. Now. Oh. Martulhow? Oh my goodness gracious, that's Enid White. Oops, daisy. Let's get out of Enid White and go back to the village. Decided on a pre-flight meal?
Well, you took too long, and I got hungry, and...
Well, I suppose I'll have to put off flying for today. Airless baked an incredible apple pie for me, and it'd be rude to let it go cold, right? And I might try flying tomorrow. Oh, we'll see. Maybe from a nearby hill instead of... He looks up the cliffs and swallows. Up so high? Well, yeah. In other words, you're gonna leave the flying to the eagle. Well, that's it for today's adventures, but I am sure that we'll find out something tomorrow because we still have to deal with those Uruks and find the source of some corruption when we return to our study of the lore of the shadows.